We are online. Hi guys, my name is Tanya Boran. I'm an astrologer, and today we will talk about the prediction which came true, because several months ago and several weeks ago I made several videos about the elections 2024 in the USA and the results of these elections, and in 2 or 3 YouTube videos, maybe 2, maybe 3, I made a prediction that Donald Trump will become the 47th USA president. And really I was not very sure about this at the beginning, when the election process just started, because we had another candidates. We had Joe Biden, we had Trump, and of course Joe Biden shouldn't be a new president, couldn't be, and it was quite clear. But when I understood that Trump and Harris will be together competitors in these elections, the mostly difficult question was: will the natal chart of high status person can be compared with the natal chart of middle status? And who will win? A person with a high status but not very bright periods of natal chart, or an average person, plus minus average, with the brightest periods? So it was really a very big deal for me and a very big issue, and I'm very glad that my prediction about Donald Trump came true. And I'm very happy to understand that I was right in the third last circles of elections. I mean, in 2016, in 2020, in 2024, I made good predictions. And this, please forgive me this 1 minute of of this announcing and this happiness and okay, we will go further, and we will clarify today what will be this second term of presidency about, and which events we see in the natal chart of Donald Trump. Of course, I should announce first that Republicans, this party gains the authority and power for 8 years. I mean, this term, this presidential term, and the next one. So for 2 terms, Republicans should be leaders, and Democrats will wait for their new chance. And in this pair of vice president and the 47th president of the USA, both of them are very bright. They have brilliant natal charts, and I say to you, this vice president Vance, he will amaze all of us. After several years, he is very ambitious. He will gain a lot of success in American political system in this career, and I'm not doubt that this vice president will one day will say that he will fight for the first place, for the first chair of this country some time later. And okay, this was first prediction that Republicans are on a horse in the leadership for 8 years. Then we will compare today the natal chart of Donald Trump and the chart of inauguration. Inauguration is a very traditional ceremony. Several centuries, this ceremony is made on a certain time, on a very traditional date, and there are very few a few chance that it will change this year. So we can be pretty sure that on the 20th of January 2025 there will be an inauguration ceremony of the 47th USA president. And of course, maybe it will be several minutes before, several minutes after midday time, but we understand this gap. We understand that something can be a little bit another, because now we even don't have this inauguration, but it is very traditional. We will base our forecast on the natal chart of Donald Trump, and keep in mind this inauguration natal chart as well. And I'm really very... Oh, thank you. Your congratulations are very on time, and I was really very happy yesterday. And please divide these two things. I don't say that Trump is my love forever. No, I'm just a forecaster, an astrologer who is happy that his or her forecast came true. It doesn't depend whether it will be Kamala or Trump. Believe me, there is no any person on this earth who is wishing the best things to a candidate to whom an astrologer made a forecast to win. So really, it was about making a forecast. This happiness about making a forecast and I received this result. And thank you very much for your support. And I'm really very happy that you are waiting for my broadcast videos, because believe me, it's not very it's not very easy to have a big audience in my own native language, because my native language is Russian. And just today I had a broadcast video with more than 6,000 people on during this video was with me. And then I switched to an English channel several months I made it alone when I came here, and I see no one, but I knew that one day you will come and you will support me immediately at the beginning of this broadcasting video. And I'm very happy really that you are with me, that you are waiting. And some of you even write that, wow, it's 10 minutes to be here already. And even I made this because I didn't expect that you will wait for me today, and I'm really happy that you did. So we are going further in the natal chart. Here it is. This is the inauguration natal chart of the 47th president, and we keep in mind that maybe it will be several minutes later or earlier, but main features will be the same. And here we see a very interesting modification of Mars. Mars rules all the natal chart, all this horoscope, and Mars shows us the stability of the system created by this president. And Mars being in debilitation in Cancer sign in the 4th house, showing that this presidential term will be really like American, how to say, it will be not stable at all. It will, the president will face some very strong danger, and he will face a lot of difficulties, and mostly in the beginning of his term until the 8th of April, this Mars will be working in Mudda Dasha, in this periodic system, planet periodic system, and it shows us that until the till the 8th of April 2025, Donald Trump will face some difficulties and maybe aggression, maybe some force against him. I'm very optimistic about this. I think that can occur. It can be like one dangerous event, or maybe some accident, but mostly I'm very optimistic about this, and I think that there will be no serious harm for Trump, and he will continue. That's why we'll make forecasts further. Okay, so first feature of this second term, it means that Trump will face a very strong opposition, aggression, and we can in another way we can translate it into our language that he will destroy the opposition, because Mars is very irritated in the house of opposition, and Trump will fight for his leadership, for his force to be a president, and he will really destroy all the opposition on another side, and he will be very aggressive about this. Then what I see here, I see that this question with this issue with immigrants, migration crisis will be not waiting for a long, and Trump will start immediately to send people out from the country, and this promise from his company is about to come true very early, I think in the first months of his term. And how I see it, I see Rahu in the 12th house. I see this Rahu aspecting Mars in the 4th house of land and people living on this land and infrastructure, and the Lord of the 4th house is in the 6th, looking at the 12th. So it means that some energy flows out from the 4th house. This energy is connected with Rahu. Rahu means all the all the foreigners. Так. Lee writes, I've heard from other astrologers that from December to April is very dangerous for Trump. I agree, because in the 6th of December, at the 6th of December, on the 6th of December, it will be a stationary mode of Mars planet, and it will be in the 12th house of Donald Trump, next to his Pluton, on the edge of the 12th house, and it means that something secret will happen, and something dangerous, and something hidden, something not expected, and it can be kept in secret. The same features I see in the natal chart of Vladimir Putin, because the stationary mode of stationarity of Mars is touching his 10th house, and this Mars is sitting in the 10th house of Putin, in the house of power and his career, and making a very good aspect to the Lord of the 10th house in the 8th house. It means that something hidden will happen. Maybe it will be some secret talk between two presidents, because this event is touching both of them, both natal charts. Maybe they will have a secret talk, a secret document, maybe between them, about some war. war, about weapon, or etc. And it should be the best variant, because other variants, it means that that there will be some danger for Donald Trump. And as well, in the natal chart of inauguration, this Mars is looking at us, and we face it, this Mars who shows us that some immediate danger can happen until the 8th of April. No, I think that I think that really something dangerous can happen with Trump, but I'm not negative about this. I think that everything will be settled, so everything will be okay. Hello, Tanya. It's really possible to detach from the personal bias when interpreting an astrologer chart on political figures. I don't know, is it possible to make it 100%, but I try, and when I prepare for a video, prepare my forecast, I really try to ignore the personality of a person, and I just look at this like, look at the natal chart like on a table, on Excel, and I try to find out there some features and take it, and my all my brain is concentrated on astrology. So I don't sit next to the laptop just drinking a tea and thinking about something. I'm not receiving forecasts during time while sleeping or while meditation. I don't receive. Maybe someone do this, but I make my forecasts really going deeply into the natal chart. So I should ignore, and I try to ignore, but I'm a person, a normal person. I'm not a god, so everything happens. Everything happens. So let's go further. I said to you about the about the date, the 6th of December. Then, what we see here in the natal chart, that Trump will face a lot of problems in the period of Venus, because Venus is a benefic planet suffering from Saturn and from Mars. Both of them, these planets facing to this Venus, shows us that there will be a situation when some part of America will be depressed between between Mars and Saturn. Saturn, it means a system of power, a system of taxes, of all these duties, and Mars, this is the danger of warlike situations like this. So in the period of Venus, and it will be in the 26th, 27th year, so in this period, America with Trump will face really hard situation. I will talk about this a little bit later. And from this natal chart, I see that Trump will make some efforts to make America's economics great. This Jupiter, the Lord of the ninth house, sitting in the second, this Jupiter helps, and somehow I can say that in some meaning Trump will keep this promise to make America richer, and he will try. He will try, but as we see from natal chart, till 2026 he will succeed in this. After October 2026 there will be some difficulties. From October 2026 for 1 year, it will be a situation like, you know, black swan. So some black bird will fly to us, and we will understand that all the economical situation, all the political situation will be changed in 2026, 2027. Next time. Okay, so we leave this natal chart and we go to the natal chart of Donald Trump by himself. Trump. We open this natal chart, and I will not focus on his natal chart. We will check his annual horoscope. We will go into Varshaphala mode, and let's try this chart from June 2024 till June 2025. So first 6 months of his presidency. Here we see Mars sitting in the 9th house, and Mars shows us that he will travel a lot. Of course, during these electoral events, he traveled really much. As I heard, he had 3,000 meetings and some official events during this presidency campaign, and I'm sure that he will continue because this Mars is working until the summer of 2025. So first month he will be focused on foreign politics, and as I see this stellium of planets in the 10th house shows us that he will try to make a strong team of ministers, of assistants, and etc. Because he says he has Saturn in the 7th house. Saturn always cleans and get away all what should be cut off, and I think that first 4 or 5 months of his presidency he will be thinking and making actions about foreigners, about immigrants, and he will keep in mind foreign politics. He will make a lot of events and a lot of meetings there in foreign countries, and he will try to make a strong team in this period of time. Okay, next time. And you see, I'm thinking about Amrita question about is it really possible to detach from personal bias, BS? It's not so difficult when you say something about a foreign country. If it will be about my relatives, about people I love, people I live with, I think my emotions will be against. But when I talk about people who are ruling the world, who are somewhere far away from me, so this connection is not really very strong. Okay, let's go further. Here it is. This is like first months of his career, his second term. Next year, from June 2025 until June 2026. And here we see some interesting features. We see that in the 9th house of foreign politics, Mercury and Jupiter are combining together. It means that he will make a lot of efforts in this sphere, in foreign politics. He will make a lot of meetings and flights, and he will not be very aggressive. He will try to communicate, to be flexible, because Mercury and Jupiter, these two planets in the sign of Gemini, shows us a very professional communicator, a very professional trader who can find some points to discuss, not to be not to press, not to push, not to be so radical. And now we see his figure like he has a very radical reputation. Like he can say something like I can stop this war in 24 hours, but in these first years of his second term, he will be quite diplomatic and he will be quite flexible. Next, we see Saturn, Raja Yoga Karaka, in this annual horoscope from June 2025 till June 2026, you remember, yeah? So this Saturn shows us that there will be a very important fight in this year, very important conflict, and he will be the winner, because Saturn being a Raja Yoga Karaka and sitting in the 6th house of enemies shows that he will be the winner, and that there will be some competition, some fight there in this year, very important for the person. And we see Mundha there, and Mundha is a point of the very important event from this year. Так, will Trump to expose name list for the islands, and as he promised before. Also, the dark secret the government have been hidden before things. I don't think so. Epstein's name list. I can't answer you now. I will think it over. But about second part, dark secret government had been hidden before. No, I don't think so. I think everything is more simple. Okay. Come on, continue. And Saturn there is combining, is in conjunction with Neptune, very close to each other. Neptune 7 degrees 51 and Saturn 7 degrees 03. So this conjunction inside 1 degree, it means that there can be a problem connected with the land of the USA. Usually the conjunction of Saturn and Neptune shows some nature event, like something happening with nature. And here we can say that there is some synchronization between the horoscope of the president and the horoscope of a country. And it can be from June 2025 till June 2026, some weather crisis, you know, like something like this. Okay, here we can see Venus sitting in the 7th house. It means that question of war and peace is very important for Trump here in this year. But it's okay, it's nice. The Lord of the Seventh in the 11th, next to the Regul. Yeah. Next to the Regul, shows that this country and this president will be leading some alliance, some group of countries, so everything is quite good. Some success in some alliances. 2026, next year. So these 2 years, they were quite normal, just normal, average, good annual horoscopes, but the next one is very interesting. Here we can see Mars, Jupiter, Venus sitting in the best ever, never again, I can say, because this Mars in his own sign, Jupiter exalted, Venus being in Raja Yoga Karaka, it gives a lot of power to Trump. It gives really a very high level authority, big success, and I think that in this year, from June 2026 till June 2027, Trump will solve a big war problem, and he will gain the reputation of a person who combine countries together, who finish wars, who finish conflicts, who save people. So this 2026 annual horoscope is really very very successful for Donald Trump, and for sure he will gain a lot of good reputation here. We see Sun plus Moon sitting okay in the 5th house, very good for politics. We see Rahu in the second house, and I can say this, that in 2026 I see a lot of efforts of Trump to gain some money for the country, because Rahu in the second house, and the Lord of the second in the 3rd house. All these things are about, I would like to find some money, and I'm really thinking where can I take it, because this is my goal, to make more money now. I'm not thinking, and I'm not talking about that he will gain this money for himself. Really, I don't think so. Now we see the synchronization of natal charts of president and his country, and I think that he will try to gain much more money for economic system. Then Mars is quite okay, so it gives leadership, it gives some force, everything is quite okay, and so I think that 2026 it will be the best year in his career. And we go to the 2027th, and we will check. Thank you, Tanya, to you becoming one of my favorite astrologers. Thank you, and thank you very much. Might be any war between Trump and Xi, Chinese chairman. Okay, you just give me a lot of ideas for new videos, and of course I'm not able to answer you right now, because I should focus on predictions and focus on the natal chart of Xi, and check how they match to each other, these natal charts of Trump and Xi. So it's not like this, but thank you for an idea. Next. Okay, now we downloaded the 2027th, and we will see here a very interesting event. As you see, there is a Mercury in the 2nd house. It's okay, it's good, it means that there will be some money for the USA. Next, we see Mars in the 4th house. Do you understand how often Trump has Mars in the 4th house? It means that he will fight with someone inside the country with opposition. This is first, and second, that he is always thinking about land, real estate, about all these things. Mars always in the 4th house, or aspect in the 4th house. So here we can see Sun and Venus sitting in the 1st house. It means that this year will be quite good for a president. He will be stable, he will have his authority, so everything goes on. But here we can see Rahu and Saturn making a specific combination. For example, Saturn is debilitated in the 12th house. It means that there will be in this 2027, from June till June 2028, there will be some episode, some situation which will shock Trump as himself and country as himself. I think that this event will be outside, and it will be connected with foreign countries, and maybe this will be some war somewhere where America should be like a policeman who will make a punishment for someone. So previous year we saw that America is making all this work of peaceful angel, and here 1 year later we see that American president should be very hard, should be very strict about foreign politics, and he should make some difficult decisions. I think that there will be some war conflict in the world, and he will gain with this, he will be in this process. And that's why it's like something shocking for him as a personality, and for country it's also not good, because we will see the same Saturn falling down in the natal chart of the USA. For sure it is connected with transit of Saturn in the sign of Aries, but when we have such such interesting, do you know where did we have the same situation? We had it in 2020. So something, some event connected all us together. It was COVID-19, and now in the 2027 as well we have one serious planet debilitated, and there will be some event which will connect us all together in this world and will affect all of us. So I think that this time it will be a war conflict. Next, we see Jupiter is beautifully sitting line, standing in the 3rd house. Jupiter is in exaltation. It means that the communication will be quite okay in this year, that maybe he will have a lot of success in making contracts, in writing down some important documents. So for a president, it's a very good thing. But Moon is suffering deeply from this Saturn. Moon, this is the Lord of the 3rd house, and I mean that there will be something shocking, as I said, because Moon suffering from Saturn, it means really a deep emotion, a deep stress. And even if we look at the D10 chart, divisional chart of his career, you will see here Saturn as well in the 9th house. And I think that this year he will be quite radical in his meetings with other presidents, with other leaders. He will be not so flexible like he was before. And he will be more hard, and he will be really like a policeman who came to punish. And of course it will make a lot of problems. Next, yeah, everything I said. Yes, and this 2027, I forgot to say, this 2027 is combining with that Venus in the inauguration chart. Do you remember that Venus who was suffering from Saturn and Mars? So they are affecting at the same time in 2027. So 2027 there will be some big change for president, for world, whole world, for America, etc. And last year, 2028, you know, when I look at the natal chart of a person who should leave his presidency, leave the White House in 2028, I expect that there will be something not bright in these natal charts, that there will be some maybe sorrow, maybe loneliness, some things like this. But here in this natal chart, sorry, this is D10 chart, I will show you D1. Here we see a flourish in natal chart. What does it mean? We see that here he has a lot of power in the 10th house. He has a lot of authority. He has Raja Yoga Karakas sitting in the 10th house of his career. So he really doesn't look like a person who is finalizing his presidency. Like this is the last year. It doesn't look like this. Even he has Jupiter in the first house in the sign of Leo, and not far away from a Regal star. As I told you several videos ago, we talked about the Nobel Prize, and we talked that such combinations can give a very good result, and a person who has some features can gain some premium, some prize. And I think that in 2028, Donald Trump will gain some big present and will gain some prize. I don't know, will it be a Nobel Prize of World? Will it be some other very high authority prize? But it should be, because the year is showing us a big success. Then we see that in 2028, this problem with Saturn is still here. We are still coping with this. And this transit of Saturn is for 3 years. It will start in spring 2027 and will go until 2013. And of course, in 2028, it's still here in the 9th house of foreign politics or in diplomacy. So, and as well, we see there 4 planets in the 10th house. And I'm really thinking which things, so he will leave his political career on the highest point. And I think that it will be like a triumph. And of course, we will see in 2027, we will understand 2028 quite perfectly, because we will see the base to make a forecast. Now from 2024, we don't see it clearly, because the war should start, some other crisis should start, one war should stop, and all these events should come true, and only then we will understand that, okay, we have a base, we have a guarantee that this planet is showing us situation with Israel, for example. This planet is showing us a situation somewhere else. But I think that if Donald Trump will stop some wars, he will stop them in 2026, as I think. Because I see that 2026 is really a year of high results. Will Trump run in the 2028 election and continue with his term? You know that this is possible only if America is in war. Only in this case, as I understand. Or he will make some very scandalous things to change the system. But I will check this. I'm thinking about this, that his chart is not like a chart of a person who is ready to finish. Not at all. Okay, but we have 4 years, and we will check everything. Don't be stressed with this. Okay, so I should say to you that we translate this mobile application into English, but you don't have any. You shouldn't have for the this English version, because you can start your courses now, because we provide you with coordinates of fixed stars and translation of these stars and all these details about its meaning and etc. So we give it, these files to our lessons, or you can of course you can wait for a new version of this application, which will be in English, in Hindi, in German, in some other languages. And we have now 3 courses. We have Deep Sky Astrology course. This is not for beginners, for those who have some base. We have an introductory course for the very beginners. It costs less than 50 euro, as far as I remember. And we have a long course for the beginners, who will go from the first steps till the forecasts, and it will be several months of education. So we have these 3 courses, and I'm welcoming you to this education. Okay, thank you for your questions. Thank you for your help and support, and we will see you in the next videos. Goodbye.